Welcome back guys for another Friday Tech Tip. After reading the comments below my last video, I decided to choose one of the comments where James suggested I would make an episode regarding the forks and at which height you should place them inside the triple clamps depending on which terrain you go to ride on. Now let's quickly see how to set the height of the forks, and then please try this at home and let me know, maybe this weekend, let me know if you felt any difference in the handling of the bike. The first thing you will want to do is to loosen the 4 bolts on the triple clamp. While you do this process, be sure you keep one hand always on the fork, as once you loosen all 4 bolts, it might slip off and fall on the floor, and obviously you don't want this to happen. Once you did so, start adjusting up or down the fork, and on certain bikes you might have here on the fork different lines that will indicate the level, the height level you're placing the fork, and it will make it surely easier to set both forks in the same place in the triple clamp. In this case on my Yamaha I don't have any lines, so I'll just have to go and check by eye. Let's make an example. You're gonna ride in a very twisty track or going trail riding in a tight forest. In this case you will want to bring up your forks so that the front of the bike will lower down and it will be much easier to handle, especially in turns. The bike will be quicker to turn and to change direction. If on the other side you want to go and ride on very fast tracks, let's say for example in rallies or Bajas where you're hitting speeds of over 100 kilometers an hour, in this case you will want to put the forks as low as possible, because this will increase the stability of the bike. It will make it more difficult to handle in turns, but the bike will be much more stable, especially on bumps and on any rocks or any obstacles you find on the road. But the question was regarding different terrains. If, let's say, we are going on sand, this will be the setup you will want. You will want the forks as low as possible, because on sand you will want to have major stability, because with all the bumps you have, you don't want, once you're getting inside turns and there are a lot of bumps, you don't want the handlebar to just twist and turn quickly. So for example on sand you'll use this setup, whereas on hard pack it's probably you will find better using the fork slightly more up, not too much, because it really depends not so much on the terrain, but it depends on which type of tracks you're going on. Once you've placed the forks into position, there's a little step you want to do before you tighten the 4 triple clamp bolts, and that is to check the little nut of the air release if it's accessible with a screwdriver. In this case it's not, so I'll turn the fork so that I can access this simply using a screwdriver without the need of disinstalling anything. And a suggestion, every time you go riding, before you start riding, be sure to always loosen and let the air be released from the forks and then tighten it back again. Because what happens, we all carry our motorbikes on trailers or on vans, and we push with ties, we push down the forks in order that the bike doesn't move, and this can create sometimes air inside the fork. You will want to release all the air. In that way the fork will work properly and you can just go have fun and ride. So as a recap, if you're going on very fast tracks and you need the bike to be as stable as possible, you will pull down the forks. If instead you're going on very tight tracks and trails, you'll put the forks up so that the front of the bike will be lower and handling will be much easier. Thank you guys for your attention. I hope this little tip was useful and that you can go off this weekend and try adjusting the different heights of the forks and see how the bike handling changes. I hope also this replied to James' question. For any other suggestions on future videos, please leave a comment below. If you like the video, give it a like and feel free to share it. That's all for this week. See you next week. Bye.